A lot of symbols here in this card, and I was drawn to it. I was thinking about it heavily last night before I decided to sit down and do this reading here. But there's needles piercing through this heart. And what that means is that many feminines are in their Queen of Swords energy by having to let go of karmic situations. And a lot of masculines are tuning into readings, divine feminines, to find out where it is you guys are in your journey, because many feminines are the ones in karmic situations, and your masculines are the ones that are waiting for you to Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. So I've got a message for the collective here based around the Queen of Swords energy. And I feel that many feminines are stepping into their Queen of Swords energy, and it is creating a lot of isolation, a lot of lessons around loneliness and having to embrace loneliness and turn it into a beautiful experience versus a dark experience. And there's a lot of symbols here in this card, and I was drawn to it. I was thinking about it heavily last night before I decided to sit down and do this reading here. But there's needles piercing through this heart. And what that means is that many feminines are in their Queen of Swords energy by having to let go of karmic situations. And a lot of masculines are tuning into readings, divine feminines, to find out where it is you guys are in your journey, because many feminines are the ones in karmic situations, and your masculines are the ones that are waiting for you to make some moves in order to step out of these connections, okay? Because your masculines, like what I'm getting for this collective here that I'm channeling for. So again, for those of you that are in that dynamic where many masculines are waiting for you, divine feminines, they are waiting for you to notice that they are waiting as well. But it's like the connection heats up, it steams up, and it's only happening at a distance. Many masculines, they don't want to text you guys. They don't want to have phone calls and FaceTime. They want to hold you, they want to squeeze you, they want to smell you. They do not like the fact that many of you stay in your karmic connections because of financial stability. A lot of them are rooting for you and knowing that you have the ability to shift things in your perspective. Many masculines are really frustrated and angry at the fact that a lot of the divine feminines are being manipulated in their own karmic situations. So a lot of their partners might have a hold on them because they make more money. Many of the divine feminines are the caretakers of a lot of their children. And so there's like this heavy emphasis on constantly needing to be a good mother and a good wife. And that's all that there is in that dynamic. And many feminines, I think, through connecting with like tarot readings and connecting with their soul tribe, many of you are awakening to your divine masculine energy. That is your twin flame. That is your masculine behind you. It is an energy, okay? And if there is a physical manifestation at this time, whether you and your twin flame are together or not, their masculine energy will push you to create balance in your life. And a lot of that balance, divine feminines, comes from like that courage and facing fear in the face and standing up for yourselves and taking on new experiences, taking risks, and being okay with the outcome is all part of this twin flame journey, okay? Now, what I'm getting with the Queen of Swords here is a quote from a movie that I love, and it's been a huge twin flame synchronicity on my own journey, but it's Ever After with Drew Barrymore and Angelica Houston. And there's a scene where Drew Barrymore is brushing her hair, okay? And she's talking to her about how she grew up and things like that. And Angelica Houston said to her, "Well, now we mustn't feel sorry for ourselves, now must we?" And that's something that always stood with me in times of strife, in times of adversity. So I want you guys to know that that's what the Queen of Swords is saying to you right now, divine feminines. Well, now we must not feel sorry for ourselves. Now must we? And what that means is for a lot of you who are in these situations where your karmic partner has a hold on you, or might tend to keep you backed into a corner because you guys don't have financial freedom for yourselves, now is the time to not feel sorry for yourselves and to start taking action, even if it's in small steps, okay? I have the Literary Witches Oracle with me, and I just want to get some messages around the symbols that you guys might be coming face to face with. That's going to help you along this journey. It's going to help deliver messages to you, okay? Okay, so we have the apple, okay? And this is your innocence, divine feminine. I feel that many of you are held in this light in your karmic situations where you're expected to be so perfect. You're expected to have the house clean, have the kids taken care of. You're not really allowed to make purchases for yourself without asking. You may not drive, okay? You may depend on your husband to drive you around, or you may depend on your wife to drive you around places. They earn more money than you do. You may not know a lot about the finances, so how much your mortgage is, how often your mortgage is paid, what bills are coming in, what bills need to be paid, from like the hydro to the water bill to your phone bill to the internet bill. A lot of you are just oblivious to that because maybe your partner handles all of these things, and by handling all of these things, it's like you guys remain this like perfectly unpicked apple on the tree. All right, you guys are getting clear messages here of like scratching off this perfect image of yourselves, where from the outside other people may seem, or other people may have this idea that the relationship between you and your partner seems very perfect, okay? Like this beautiful, shiny, innocent apple here, okay? You guys might be like just the perfect wife, but behind closed doors, many of you are feeling very unsatisfied. Oh my God, did the snail? Oh yeah. There were 2 cards that were drawn. This snail is so flipping cute. And I have a really important message behind the snail, okay? A lot of you are being forced out of this energy, okay? Because you don't see yourself as this perfect little apple. In fact, a lot of the situations that many of you are in, you're being called to say, do not feel sorry for yourselves at this time. And you start taking action. You start looking into the books. And what I mean by the books is, however the money comes in, always remember, guys, that as the divine feminine energy, okay, or as the embodiment of the feminine energy, if you don't work and you take care of the home and the kids, that's a job, okay? And if you allow someone to make you feel like financial, monetary gains is the only way to make it seem like you have a job, then you have to remove yourself from that mindset. And this is like the bad apple now, okay? Now the bad apple is on the scene, okay? And this bad apple is asking questions. This bad apple is like, what the fuck is going on, okay? I don't know where this is coming from, guys, but just bear with me. But with the snail here, like, I want you guys to move with caution, okay? I want you guys to go slow and steady, okay? Don't get heated, because a lot of the times these readings might trigger you to be like, you know what? This bitch is right. Like, I have been in this energy of not being able to have any kind of financial independence or freedom or have a say or have a voice because I'm damn intimidated by the fact that I don't earn money. And that's happening for a reason, because a lot of you might be in a lot of toxic situations in your karmic connections, and you might secretly desire or wish you could just pick up and leave, but you can't because you don't have money in your bank account. You may not have a bank account, period. These things aren't impossible for you guys to have, okay? I have the fairy deck here. Let me move this out of the way until we can talk about the masculine's energy with you, feminine. Okay, what's over here? So we have the Hanged Man, okay? So, guys, I can't, this stuff is so interesting. Okay, so move slowly and move cautiously, okay? Because this snail is what's putting you guys into this Hanged Man position. Because many of you might be quick to act and you might be impulsive to be like, confront your partner in this like aggressive way. This reading is reminding you guys to be the Queen of Swords. Be cautious. Be very sharp in your thinking, and you be strategic, because your masculine energy is right behind you, bringing these types of energies. Strategic, planning, investigating, moving on the low is what your masculine is bringing to the table, okay? Now, it says, change the way that you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. Okay, so instead of just going along with what your karmic partner is saying, if a lot of you guys feel disrespected in those situations, if you guys feel you're not cared for, you're not appreciated, you're not valued, romance is important to you, sexual chemistry is important to you in a relationship, you can't go after those things because the financial security and the stability is placed upon the opposite energy, okay? And what you guys are being called to do is have balance. So you guys might need to kind of hang yourselves upside down and look at that from that perspective, because a lot of the times the twin flame journey awakens you to the fact that, like, see how the 12 resorts to a 3, okay? So 1 + 2 is 3. A 3 is like creativity, okay? So masculine, feminine, and like the third energy there with the 3 is like the creation of something new. And the creation of something new, whether your twin flame is in your life or not, for the fact that they even came forward, period, they're here to turn your life upside down, but in ways that you wouldn't normally expect. They're asking you to stand up for yourself, to have a voice of your own, to not remember remember that you are an autonomous being and you are here to create your reality. So I'm telling you guys, a lot of feminines right now who are tuned into this reading, your masculine's looking out for you, because in their moments of solitude, and this goes back to the community post that I did about a lot of them giving up drugs and alcohol, they want to just connect with whatever thoughts come out of their healthy mind, okay? A lot of these thoughts that are coming up is just like around this whole connection to you, divine feminine, this attraction to you. Many of you don't even know that your masculines pray for you. Like, they say things like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's happy. I hope she's okay this morning. I'm thinking about her a lot right now. I hope she's okay. Those are prayers and manifestations for you, divine feminine. And your masculine wants you to know that. And that's why many of you are having the courage to confront your karmic situations now and say, you know what, no more. And so your masculine is almost like, and I love that the yin and yang is here, but it's almost like he's lending his energy to you. Okay, so a bit of this like dark energy is like merging into this light energy of the divine feminine. And instead of being so vulnerable and feeling like you've been a victim, your masculine is asking you to change the way that you're looking at the situation, which is you're feeling fearful. Many of you are telling yourselves, well, I haven't worked in like 5 years. I don't even know what my resume looks like. So go look at your resume and build a new one. Apply for jobs, start up a side business. Many of you may feel like, I twintuitive, fuck working. I can't work. I don't want to work for anybody. I can't. And many of you might have your own personal reasons as to why that is, even before you went on maternity leave and things like that. And I get it, okay? I get it more than anybody else, guys. Do something creative on the side then, because that's where a lot of your passions are. A lot of the passions that you guys have, it's around childcare. It's around taking care of your home. It is around supporting other people with their mental health issues. It is about storytelling and creating entertainment for other people to feel comfort in when they look at you. Right now, like, I feel like technology is on our side, and I will never stop pushing the agenda of helping you guys to get on social media in terms of a platform that you feel comfortable with. And instead of using it to just observe other people's lives, you guys are using it to create, to add value to other people's lives. Okay, and many of you want to do this. Many of you have had thoughts about it already. Stop waiting and go for it. That's why the hangman is coming up, because the hangman's like, okay, listen, you've spent enough time upside down. You've spent enough time thinking and moving slowly. You know that you don't want to be this perfect little apple on the tree, all beautiful and ripe and unpicked. You want to be the Queen of Swords, and you want to start standing up for yourself, okay? And a lot of this takes action, like go and get your license. You know, many of you need to hear that reminder again, okay? Get off social media. I know that I've spoken to a few of you on Patreon as well, and you guys are like, Twintuitive, I'm going to peace out for now on Patreon because you have told me that I need to spend less time on social media, so here I am devoting my resources into something else that's going to help benefit me. And you know what? I am so proud of you guys, and thank you for your support for even being with me in the first place. But if you guys feel like that's going to add value to your lives by getting rid of your Patreon subscription and going and subscribing to something that is like a course, or some kind of like course that's going to help you guys further expand your knowledge or skill on like a craft that you guys might like doing at home. Go for it. Do it. I encourage you more than anyone else to just do that for yourself. Okay, many of you are being called to look up online programs. Okay, maybe your schedule is so busy that you have no idea how it is you would even manage going out for job interviews and things like that. Guys, the world is changing. Tell your employer, listen, I have kids and I don't have a car. I can't find my way to drive around town or whatever. Can I have a virtual interview? And they will be like, okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We will set that up for you on Zoom right away, ma'am. So don't be afraid of, taking on your goals, okay, your dreams with conviction, okay, Joan of Arc energy. Guys, go out there and do it. Like, find a way to do it. A lot of the times when you're following your passions as well, the universe will send spirit guides in the form of just like people you might talk to in customer service over the phone, and all of a sudden they just like go above and beyond to help you and stuff like that. Believe me, that kind of stuff exists and it will happen, okay? But you guys have to take the action. Okay, call up the drive test place and book your test for your license. Call up that employer that you're wanting to get a job with, or buy the course of your favorite YouTuber who talks about starting an online business. Do it, okay? And if you don't have the money to do it, get on the phone and apply for a credit card. Like, speak up to your partner and let them know that this is how you're feeling if you've never done that before. And if you're in a situation where you bloody hell as well know that you can, you got to find support, okay? And there's no shame in that. So we got the Princess of Autumn coming up, and it says studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. So it says happy news about your career, premonitions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get to get going. And I am that push for you guys to get going, by the way. And I think that this is a perfect card that exemplifies exactly what it is I was talking about, okay? Get on the phone and talk to people. I remember at my last job, and I told you guys this story many, 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 many times, but, I got sexually harassed while I was pregnant. Told my manager about it. He didn't do shit. So I decided to walk off the job. And when I filed my human rights complaint, and I was doing it all by myself because I was self-representing with the Human Rights Commission, I called up like so many law firms in Toronto, guys, and I had someone from one of the top law firms in Toronto contact me, and he was like, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I know that you can't afford a lawyer, but if you ever need help, like, just shoot me an email. And he was God sent. He was like a spirit guide in disguise. He was sent here to help me, and he didn't charge me a dime. Like, he was just like emailing me and telling me what to do, and he was incredible. So I want you guys to know, like, think about where it is you guys want to be, like how it is you want to attract abundance and money. And, you guys are so good at childcare, and maybe you guys might have like an amazing sleep routine with your kid. Teach the internet about it. There's lots of moms online all the time. Maybe you guys might be like a very crafty mom. Hey, maybe you might know a different language. Why not start a language on teaching little children how to speak Spanish, how to speak Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese. Okay, these might be specific things for some of you that are listening. Hindi, okay, Croatian, Lebanese. I don't know why I'm getting all of these messages around those particular languages, but, think about it, guys. Think about it from that perspective of offering services, offering yourselves, your passions, your goals, things you guys are really good at, things you're really skilled at that you may not think is valuable, but when you put it on the internet, the amount of people that it will reach, it adds value to the lives of other people. And, it's interesting because I tried to record a video on giving you guys tips to start YouTube, like your own YouTube channels, and the video just wouldn't upload for some reason. I lost the content twice, and I'm like, I don't know why this information doesn't want to come out. But I will get to it, I promise you guys, okay? And I will make it super easy for you. A major thing too I've been getting about like starting a YouTube channel is like, if you guys want to know the first thing you need to do, I would just suggest recording yourselves on camera a few times. You don't have to post it, but just record yourselves on camera a few times, either talking on camera or just audio, and listen to it a few times. That's like one of the very first steps of getting started, I would say, that maybe people sometimes miss. And we have our Queen of Cups here, or our Queen of Summer, and it says loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. I think that's what you guys are with this Apple energy here, okay? And you're so used to being that. Many people rely on you for safety, for comfort. You know, this very partner that you guys might feel very like I see like a thumb, like you guys are under their thumb type of thing. You know, they would be lost without your comfort and the way that you take care of the home and the way that you have the kids taken care of, like from morning to night, and the stability that you create in your home. Like, you guys might be surprised to see how this person can use money to make you feel a certain way, but if you guys were to take away the emotional like comforting feeling of like just not doing anything around the house, like just letting things go to chaos, like it doesn't matter how much money they make, like they would be lost. So always remember that you guys are contributing in very amazing and important ways, okay? It says, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much, okay? And that's what I mean by many of you are giving so much in your karmic connections, divine feminines, and it's taking you guys quite a long time to understand and see the purpose of your twin flame journey. Or many of you might feel like, I don't know what I need to do to get close to my masculine. And if you guys are still married and in these types of dynamics, I feel like the universe is telling you that, you know, you've got to devote your time, energy, and efforts into what it is you actually want, instead of being in two places at once. And maybe not worry so much about what your masculine is doing right now, but really focus in on how it is you can rise to the occasion and stand up for yourself in the current situations that you guys are already in before shifting into your twin flame connection, okay? So I'm going to end off the reading because I feel like there was a lot of heavy influence of the masculine energy with the feminine. Like, I feel like with her stepping into the Queen of Swords energy, it's almost like her masculine's like, you could do this. Like, I know that you can, and I'm rooting for you. Like, what romantic messages does he want to send you right now, divine feminine? Oh, wow. So a lot of sexual energy that can be felt. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so I feel like the Knight of Chalices is coming up because many feminines are in a vulnerable situation, but I feel like your masculine is letting you know with him approaching on the horse. And I feel like the reason he's holding a flame in his hand is because he's always coming towards you in a way where he brings clarity, especially towards the situations that you're in and that you're going through. And even though many of you might be feeling, you know, a little bit flustered, a little bit backed into a corner at times, the Queen of Swords lets you know, don't feel sorry for yourself. Just think about how you need to get out of it, okay? Think about it clearly and reach out for help and support through prayers and meditation. If you guys don't have physical people you can count on, you better be praying, guys. You better be reaching out to your angels and your spirit guides. I'm telling you guys, like, many of you are stuck in this space where you're like, I don't have anybody to talk to about this. You have your angels, you have your ancestors around you. Talk to them and they will put people in your way to help you. Okay, and we have the energy of 11, the 1 and the 1. So I've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So many of you are very sharp in thought, and it's this very connection to your counterpart. I see freedom in this card, okay? Freedom to be who it is you are, divine feminine, and your masculine is the one that's encouraging this feeling, which is why you feel this rebellious energy around you to break away from your karmic situation that might be making you feel restrained in any way. And yes, again, it's going to make you really uncomfortable because you're going to have to start doing things like going out there and driving and earning money and enough money to take care of yourself without having to depend on anyone. But I guarantee you it does not have to be as hard as you think it is. Manifest, my dear divine feminines. Your masculine is right behind you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is often the start of a new adventure. Okay, you're going to create a lot of stability for yourself, but you've got to get on this path and you have to merge. You see the magic of the 3 candles there? So I feel like that's merging body, mind, and spirit. Again, many of you need to pray in order to get the assistance that you need to create the freedom that you want on this journey. You don't have to be backed into a corner, and you don't have to see your divine masculine as the enemy here. They are behind you, and yes, it seems like they turned your world upside down, but it was for good reason. And vice versa, divine masculines. If it feels like your feminine has royally effed things up for you, it's been for good reason, and many of you are seeing this day by day as you experience this journey. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for now. I love you. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye, guys.